Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and welcome if you're new. Make sure to hit the like and subscribe button, and also don't forget to turn on your post notifications so you'll be notified anytime I post a new video. So I've already applied my peel off base coat, and I did prep my nails as well off camera. So now I'm just applying my gel base coat to my nails. Today we are doing a spring nail design, and I'll be applying my full covered nail tips. I have been using these nail tips that I got from the Trend nail bar, and I really love them. They are medium length and they are square nail tips, and I really love the look of these nail tips. They look so natural. So I did pick out my nail sizes off camera, and now I'm just going to be applying all of the nail tips. I am going to be using my Bellavina 4-in-1 gel base coat to adhere my nail tips and my Melody Susie LED UV nail lamp. So I just placed some of the gel base coat inside of the nail tip, and then I apply it to my nail and cure in my mini nail lamp for about 5 to 10 seconds, and I do that for all of the nail tips. And then when I'm finished with all of the nails, I cure in my bigger nail lamp for 30 seconds. Now I'm just going to be prepping the full covered nail tips. So first I start with my cuticle bit, and I go around the cuticle area, removing any of the gel base coat that may have seeped out when I was applying the nail tips. And I think this clip is so therapeutic. I really like showing this part where I file off the gel base coat from around the cuticle area because it's just so therapeutic to me. So that's why I keep it in the video. So yeah, I'm just going to be doing that for all of the nails. Next, I'm going to be filing the free edge and the sides of the nail just to get that crisp shape. Then I'm going to buff the surface of the nails to remove the shine. Now I'm going to be starting with Carnation Pink from the brand called ProDip. and I'm also going to be using my ProDip finish gel, which is my dip powder top coat, but I am going to be using it as dip powder base. So starting on the ring nail, I apply a layer of my dip powder base to my nail, and I make sure to be very careful around the cuticle area so that there isn't a buildup of the dip powder when I'm finished. I don't want to flood the cuticle area at all, so I'm being very careful around the cuticle area. And then I dip my finger into the carnation pink dip powder. Then I tap off the excess and then I brush off the excess, and I'm going to be doing about 2 more layers, I believe I did. So in total I did 3 layers of this carnation pink dip powder on the ring nail. So I noticed that I didn't get any dip powder on that corner right there, so I was trying my best to apply the dip powder base to that area so that when I dip I could get some of the dip powder on that corner. It worked a bit, so yeah, that's what I tend to do. I always make sure to look at the nail from either side because it's very easy to miss that area right there because you can't really see it too well. So always turn your finger, you know, in all angles just to see the nail from all sides so you know that you didn't miss anything. So yes, this is how it looks after 3 layers, and I'm just going to be cleaning that area right there because some of the dip powder base got on my skin. So I'm just going to be cleaning the nail a bit, and I'm satisfied with how it looks. So now I'm going to be using my activator to harden this nail. And I love to apply a generous amount of activator to all of my nails. Now moving on, I'm going to be using this yellow dip powder from Revel Nail. It's called Blake, and I wanted to do a spring nail design today, and yellow is such a spring color, so I really wanted to use this dip powder. And I'm going to be doing some ombre nails today. So on the index nail, I apply a layer of my dip powder base to the whole nail. And then using my brush, I'm just going to be picking up some of the dip powder and doing the tap method ombre. So I poured some of the yellow dip powder in the cover because there wasn't much of the dip powder in the dip powder container, and it was a bit difficult for me to reach the dip powder in the container, so it was better to put it in the cover. It made it a lot easier. So I'm just tapping the yellow dip powder at the tip area, and when I'm satisfied with that, I'm going in with the nude dip powder at the nail bed area. And by the way, this is in real time. I wanted you all to see how I do my tap method ombre in real time. And then I just leave the dip powder on my nails for about 2 to 3 seconds, and then I brush off the excess, Next, I'm going in with the yellow dip powder at the tip. I always like to do the scrub method ombre at the tip area. Sometimes it works, sometimes it does not. Now, moving on, I'm going to be doing another layer of the ombre nail. So I apply a layer of my dip powder base to the whole nail. And then I start with the nude dip powder at the nail bed area. And then I end with the yellow dip powder at the tip area. Then I brush off the excess, and then I did the scrub method ombre at the tip area with the yellow dip powder. And yes, that's how my ombre nail looks, and I think it looks really good. So now I'm going to be doing a third layer of the ombre, but this time I'm using my clear dip powder. So I apply a layer of the dip powder base to the whole nail again. And then I pour the clear dip powder on the whole nail. I dust off the excess, and then I go in with the yellow dip powder, and I'm doing the scrub method ombre. I am actually tapping the yellow dip powder into the nail, and it's working amazing. I really like how it looked. Now I'm going to be doing the same thing on the pinky nail, so I'm just going to let this part play out, and I'll be back shortly. So I did close up my yellow dip powder container. I kind of forgot that I had to use it again. So as you can see right now, I am using my clear dip powder on the nail, and now I have to reopen the yellow dip powder in order to get it to do the scrub method ombre. But it's no biggie, I just thought I'd mention that. So yes, that's it for now, and this is how the nails are looking, and I think they look really good so far. Now I'm going to be using my clear dip powder again to encapsulate the ombre nails. So I apply a layer of my dip powder base, and then I dip my finger into the clear dip powder. I did 2 layers on each nail, but I only showed myself doing 1 layer. Then I'm just going to be applying my activator to all of those nails and just waiting for them to harden. I always make sure to apply activator to the sides of the nails and the free edge of the nail as well. That's very important, and I always try to apply a generous amount of the activator to all of the nails. Now I'm going to be using Peeps from Miss Florida Nails. This is a really pretty yellow glitter dip powder, and this is a very chunky glitter dip powder. I don't like using chunky glitter dip powders when I'm doing dip powder nails, but this is the best yellow dip powder that I had, so I thought I'd use it and hope for the best. So I applied a layer of my dip powder base, and then I laid my finger into the glitter dip powder, and some of the glitters were sticking out, so I had to remove them because it would be very difficult to apply a second layer if some of the glitters were sticking out, because with dip powder glitters you have to be very careful and always make sure that the glitters are laying flat, because there is a likelihood that some of the clear dip powder would get under those glitters that are sticking out and make the nail look whitish and not as clear as it could look. So it's always better to do that, remove any of the glitters that are sticking out and make sure all of them are laying flat. So I did 2 layers of that, and I'm just pushing around the glitters and stuff to try to make the nail look a little decent, because you know, chunky glitters are kind of difficult to manage, especially when you're talking about doing dip powder nails. So anyway, moving on, I am going to be doing the same thing on the thumbnail. So right here I'm just trying to scoop up some of the very tiny glitters to apply to those areas that some of the glitters are missing, because as you can see, in some areas you're seeing like some dots. Those are basically like areas where the glitters are not on the nail, and these glitters are chunky, so if they lay flat, they are kind of bend on the nail, so they don't lay super flat on the nail too. So if I were to apply just one mini glitter to that area that is missing, it really would not look too right. I am trying to do it nonetheless, and I'm trying to get the very tiny glitters to just go into those areas that glitters are missing. So that's why I'm just scooping up some of the glitters just to make it go into those areas. It was working for some, but then again it wasn't working for some, so I was trying my best. But in certain areas you could see there isn't any glitters in there, but I couldn't do anything about it. I was already fed up of it. So now I'm going to be using my clear dip powder to encapsulate the glitter nail. So I apply a layer of my dip powder base to the middle nail. And then I poured the dip powder. So only to realize this is my white dip powder, so I had to apply the cap, and then I looked and saw it's sugar white. I was not paying attention to what I picked out. Actually, both of the dip powders were on my desk, but I just thought the sugar white was further to one side, so I wouldn't mix them up, but unfortunately I did still mix them up. So yes, I had to remove that nail, and I redid it off camera. I think I showed a clip of myself redoing it too, but I did most of it off camera. So I moved on to the thumbnail, and I encapsulated the thumbnail with the right dip powder this time. So I'm using the clear dip powder, and I did do 2 or 3 layers of the clear dip powder on this nail, and I also did 2 or 3 layers of the clear dip powder on the middle nail off camera. Now this time I'm going to be using my gel base coat to adhere the glitters, and it wasn't a big difference compared to using my dip powder base. And the reason for that, I think, is because the nails are short, so it was very difficult to get the glitters to lay flat on the short nails. There isn't enough space for the glitters to lay flat and not look any differently, if that makes sense. So as you can see, I applied the gel base coat and then I laid my finger into the dip powder, and there were a lot of spaces still, and I couldn't apply any more of the gel base coat, or because as you can see, I'm applying the gel base coat and it is sticking to the glitters, so that was a bit challenging, and I didn't want too many layers of the glitter on the nail. So I wanted to get it in 2 layers. I wanted to get a good surface in 2 layers, but that's why it was very difficult for me, because I didn't want to build too much on the nail and then the nail looks super thick. It already did look thick. I didn't like it too much, but I didn't want it to look super thick. So that's why I wanted to get the glitters in full opacity on the first layer or the second layer, but not a third layer. I didn't want a third layer. I wanted to then encapsulate with 3 layers. So basically it would be like 5 layers, and then I would file down and I would make sure that I don't file into the glitters, because I would only do 2 layers, you know what I mean, of the glitter. So yeah, that was my thought process. I didn't want to overbuild the glitters. So anyway, I did encapsulate the middle nail with the dip powder base and clear dip powder, by the way. So this is after filing of the nails. Now I'm just going to be top coating all of my nails with my gel top coat from Macart. So I apply a layer of the gel top coat to all of the nails, and then I cured for 30 seconds. As you can see on the middle nail, there are a little bit of spaces that I missed. I don't know, I didn't know what to do, so I got fed up of like trying to get the glitters to be all over the nail, and it just wasn't working out. So there were some areas that glitters were missing, but the nails didn't look too bad, you know. I loved this nail set. I really wanted a yellow spring nail set. I don't know, something about yellow and spring goes together so nicely and it looks so good. So now I purchased these flowers from Amazon. I got a lot of them, so be prepared to be sick of me, because I'm going to be using these flowers a lot for the spring. So in this I got a wax pencil, and I think this is some glue. I didn't use it. And I got 3 containers with some 3D flowers and all colors. They look so good, oh my goodness. So I'm just going to be picking out the yellow flowers that I want to use in this nail set. All of the flowers in this looks so good. I am very excited because I'm going to be using, if not all of them, most of them. So as I said before, be prepared to be sick of me. So anyway, I'm going to be using my Model 1's gel glue on the ring nail. So I applied a layer of the gel glue, and then I applied a layer of my Macart gel top coat, and before curing that, I'm going to be applying the flowers to my ring nail. and then I cured that for 30 seconds. So I forgot to show you guys a close-up of the flower, so that is what I am trying to do right here. As you can see, all of the beautiful colors, I really love all of them, and I'm so excited that I got a container that just has pink in it. You all will see it very soon. I just love pink. It looks so good. Oh my goodness. Everything in this kit I really love, and I will be using them a lot for the spring. So now I'm going to be using some caviar beads, some gold caviar beads. So I just placed a bead of my Macart gel top coat, and then I picked up some of the caviar beads and placed them inside of the gel top coat. And then I'm just going to be using my wax pencil to pick them up and apply them to the 3D flowers. And also, most of all of the 3D flowers also has some caviar beads and some pearls in them, but I chose not to use them because I would have to go through just to get them when I already have some right here that I've already used. So I decided not to, and I flash cured it then, and then I cured it for 30 seconds in my bigger nail lamp. So this is how the nails are looking right now. So I'm just applying my cuticle oil to rehydrate my skin and nails. So guys, this is how the nails are looking, and I think they look so good. I really love the length of these nails. I will be doing a lot of nail sets with this length. They just look so sophisticated and so nice. Oh my goodness, it looks lovely. I love the yellow, I love the ombre, I love the glitters, I love the 3D flowers. I love everything about this nail set. So let me know what you guys think about this nail set in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye guys.